All right, here we are. ULT here. I think we're live. A little bit late this afternoon. Getting some stuff rearranged and set up here. I think we're ready to go. All right, we're watching NQ this afternoon. I am trading an Eval account, a $300,000 Eval account. We're going to see if we can get this thing passed. We've got starting fresh. There's the account balance, $300,000. P&L is 0. So we are starting off brand new, fresh today. We had a little bit of a rough early session today. We had some kind of chop in the morning in this first little part of the day, and then a nice run up, and now we're pulling back. So looking at the 1 minute chart here, back to our overnight open line, back to equilibrium from being all the way up here. So we are currently 230 points from the high of the session. We are 152 points from the low of day. So let's see if anything presents itself. All we can do is wait. I really hate taking any kind of a trade right here around the overnight open because tends to be sort of a chop zone. Just not great. Not great probability generally speaking. So we'll give this a minute. We got about 20 minutes here, 15, 20 minutes until kind of power hour starts. So we'll give it some time. With such a big move, I don't know. Kind of looking at this low of day here. We got VWAP above us, VWAP I'm showing. Oh, what, 454? 450s, somewhere up there. So just barely above us. So kind of what I like, or what my kind of initial thought is, of course, not financial advice, but this is my shot in the dark. We had this pull down here. We're kind of got this channel up. So I'd love to see this channel break and come down. Again, we're trading a $300,000 evaluation account just for fun. We'll see if we can make anything out of it. Either get it passed or take a chunk out of it. It's very hard to pass these accounts in one trade. So I'm not going to do that. I would pass a $50,000 account in one trade, but not these ones. At least in NQ, the size you would have to go in order to make that really feasible doesn't allow for the kind of movement that NQ generally gives us, so I stay away from that. Trading an Apex evaluation account today. And we'll show it here. I need to get fancy so I can have this on the kind of on the screen all the time, but starting account balance 300,000, P&L is 0. Just opened this guy yesterday, I think. So lines on my chart. I don't even know. What do I have on my chart? Bounce back and forth between different EMAs. Yeah, so the 21, we got a 21 SMA. Or is that an EMA? Oh yeah, that's not the visible one. See, I play around with different things all the time, and so they're all about the same, but we got the 21 EMA as the blue line. Can't remember what the gold line is. Let's see, is that my... There it is, it's a 50. 50 EMA is the gold line. So we got a 21 and a 50. Nothing really magical about those. It's just what I got. All right, nice little reaction here. We're making higher pivots. We need to have a lower pivot to break our structure down. The other things I like to look at is I do have some stochastics down here, which just give me kind of an idea of where we're at in terms of overbought and oversold. Not necessarily trade based on those, but they do kind of give me some information as price does its thing. For instance, right now it's telling me we could potentially be a little bit bearish right here. Let's see what happens. My ATM strategy is set up with a 15-point stop and a 25-point take profit just as a starting point. I'm not sure. I usually move those numbers or move those targets around once they're on the screen. I tend to like to take fast profits. I don't normally let trades kind of play out for the most part. Let's see. Let's move this guy over here. I'm also watching ES, and it's kind of interesting that ES is currently just underneath its overnight open, and Q is just above the overnight open. They've had basically the same price movement all day long. They're just kind of at different spots relative to, you know, those opening prices, which is kind of interesting. I tend to think that NQ is pulling ES a little bit, or ES rather is pulling NQ a little bit. But all right, so here we have this breakdown. If we hold down here, if we get a strong close underneath here, I might consider taking a stab at a short. Okay, so there's a close below. I don't know. It's not really going to be confirmed, I don't think, until we break down below here, but the first kind of lower low that we've had. I'm going to give it a shot. This could just whip right back up here. So the stop above that candle there gives me 13.5 points. Is that $260 a contract? It's about $1,000 bucks. $1,200, $1,300 risk. Something like that. Really need to see a little bit of a breakdown here. ES is pulling down. See if NQ can give us a drop. We have the yesterday's overnight open is down here. Plus obviously the low a day is way down there. I don't see any pivot points right away, but Mel doesn't seem to be willing or ready to really just fell right here, so I might close it out. See what we get. I'm watching my stochastic because it's coming down to this oversold area that's could be a potential turnaround spot. You can see every time it gets down here, it's kind of these lows, and then we get a little pullback. There's a little bit of a move. Go ahead and tighten up my stop just a little bit. If this pulls back, I'm not as much worried about losing the balance in the account as I am the trailing drawdown. So that's really what I'm protecting, is the trailing drawdown in these cases. It's kind of the game you've got to play with these prop accounts. Come on, is that all you got? All right. ES is breaking its lows, its recent lows. See if NQ can follow. I'm watching though. If ES rips back, I'll probably jump out. Yeah, it's hesitating. We're hesitating. Come on. Come on, ES, break down, break down. There it goes. All right, K and Q, you gonna follow? We're just riding this line down here. I don't know, ES keeps pushing lower. There it goes lower again. Come on, NQ, follow along. Let's do it. There you go. Come on. Come on. I'm a little chicken though. I'm waiting for this thing to just whip back. But then on the other hand, I know as soon as I take my profit, then it'll go down. And then I'll be a little annoyed that I didn't stick with it. There we go. See? It's following ES. Oh, there's the snapback. Is that all it had? Is that it? Yep, everybody's pulling back up now. All right, fine. All right, well, I was really hoping it would break that low, but that's all right. We made $270. Let's see. We lost, what, $1,400 in trail on that one, so that's fine. Again, we're trading a $300,000 evaluation account just for fun. See if we can get anything out of it. This is just practice trading. I did like that, how ES seemed to pull down first and then NQ followed. So now it's interesting because ES created a lower low right here than over here, but NQ didn't. So let's see if we pull back up from here. If we get another flag off of this line, or anywhere in this area. The line doesn't really mean much. The lines are more points of reference for me. It's not like I expect to see a reaction necessarily at the line. And there's that stochastic. So yeah, as soon as it started turning around, it didn't go any deeper, and then whoop, we got the pop back up. So I did get a little bit greedy. Ordinarily, I would take, as soon as I see a pop down like that, I would take that and just take it off the table. But I was getting greedy and hoping that it would fall a little further. All right, back up we go. Back up we go. Actually, I think I might change up some of my lines just for fun. All right, I'm gonna do this. Go the 9. I'm a little particular with my colors. For no reason other than, I don't know, I just am. All right, so we're gonna, let's see, that's already invisible. All right, what do we have? I need this guy. This guy's gonna be a 45. Visible apply. So now you're gonna get rid of that blue line, which is this guy. Let's remove him. Oh, maybe. Yep, there he goes. Okay. I'm gonna go with this line stack just for fun. So I have a 9 EMA, 45 EMA, and a 105 SMA. All right. I think since we took out these highs, my bias is long right at the moment. At least until we get up into where that red line shows up. $50-minute candles close here in 2 minutes. We've got, what time is it? 2:58. So power hour getting started here. What is this? The 250 macro? Came down, took out that low, popped back up. Since this is just an evaluation account, if we were to get a close above this red candle, I might jump into that long, but it's a very speculative entry. It doesn't look like we're going to get it, so won't matter. If you're watching, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button on the stream, I'd appreciate it. Or you can hit the thumbs down button too. Either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. If you think my trading is just horrible, do a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. All right, we're looking flaggy here. See if we can get a short term kind of pop up to, won't be looking much off to get much out of this. And this one could just slap me. Let's see, ATM target is 25 points. And I'm going to move it down to here. See, we're breaking all these little highs. So we broke this high by just a little bit, pulled back. See if we can get this high by a little bit. There it goes. See if it wants to get above. It wants to get above here. A little bit more, a little bit more. All we need is one little wick up there. That's it. Don't need a big move. Don't need it to be too splashy. I mean, that's a good close. Whenever I see a wick down like this on an uptrend, I always think that wick could potentially get revisited. Price could come back down here before it goes up, but in this case it's not, which is nice. It's like it missed our target by a couple ticks. Let's have one more push in it. There we go. All right, P&L at 1855. We got 1855. We've got, I think, our full drawdown at this point. Almost. There's our update. Again, there's a brand new Eval account I just started this afternoon, so. All right, how do I get out of my, have it highlighted? Oh, there it goes. Account balance 301, 855. Peak is 859. So we basically have our full drawdown. Whopping 1,800 bucks. Got a ways to go. Not really moving very quickly anywhere at the moment. 3 o'clock. We've got 1 hour left in the day. I'm not very successful at passing $300,000 accounts in one day. I think I've passed a handful, but so it can be done. But you got to be kind of lucky. So are you feeling lucky? All right, ES is right back up to its overnight open now. Just hovering there. See if it pushes back up. We are right at VWAP. I show VWAP at about 453. Which means don't want to take a trade here. Wait until it gets away from VWAP. Wait till it either pushes up or pulls back, one of the two, but not now. I'm gonna turn up the music just a little bit. If that music is too annoying, let me know and I will turn it down. I can't really tell how loud it is on the stream. I can look at my little like audio mixer and get an idea. All right, we'll try that. According to the audio mixer, the music is softer than my voice, which I suppose is a good thing. I just have to have some kind of music, some kind of, I gotta be calm. So we are listening to, what are we listening to? This one is Limitless Music for Work. Just nice, calm, relaxing background noise. Okay, looks like we're rejecting VWAP a little bit. We did come right up above this. this high over here by just a touch. See that right there? So the question is, does this area hold or do we come back down? Where are you going to go, NQ? It is NFP week this week. So Friday's non-farm payroll. I don't think... Usually those are trickier weeks, generally speaking, especially the day or two before. Tomorrow is an employment change. Oh, President Trump is speaking in the afternoon. That's always exciting. Some unemployment claims on Thursday. And the big news is on Friday. And Powell speaks on Friday too. Good times. All right, well, we pushed up. We broke higher. We did kind of flag a little bit off this level. Not very, it wasn't very pretty. I don't know. Kind of a flag, sort of, maybe. It was an ugly flag. Definitely an ugly flag. It worked, but it was ugly. All right, we're back up to the red line. Well, we've broken above VWAP. We've broken above all of this nonsense. ES is back above the overnight open. Right back in here in no man's land. Not really a great spot to be, honestly. Because where would your target be if you're going long? You think it's going to go all the way back up here? I mean, probably not, but it could. The only reason I say probably not is we didn't really... I don't know, is this a strong enough level of support right here? Can't really tell from the 1 minute chart, but I don't know. Is that strong enough support to send us all the way back up there? We left basically equal lows right here. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, for now it's going up, so we'll stick with that until it tells us differently. That's all we can do. Watch it just kind of chop sideways here through the close. That would be very... Doesn't make for very entertaining trading for sure. If we look at the stochastic, we're kind of bouncing up here in this oversold or overbought, excuse me, overbought area. I have two kind of a, this is the 9.3 and this is a 60.10, I think. So this blue line is a slower one. It's starting to get up here into the overbought area and the fast one's starting to turn down. So is this where we, this where the channel ends? Maybe it is. Thing is, I'm not really convinced one way or the other, and so I have a really hard time getting long or short right here because it seems like it could just be a little pullback before it goes higher. Maybe not. Got a sweep above. You take inverted fair value gaps, this is probably a pretty nice inversion right here. Created fair value gap, inverted right through it, and now we're pushing lower, so maybe down we go. Let's see. NES back below its overnight open. NQ below VWAP. Starting to reject everything, starting to come down. I just can't get short yet. For me, it's just not super clear because I don't like sitting through chop. I can't wait for this to bounce around a couple times before it drops. So gotta wait. I hate waiting. Because the other thing that this looks like to me is we've had this push up. Now we've got, this is nice little potential bear flag here, or bull flag. Oof, I'm all upside down. Potential bull flag as we pulled back here. So whenever I can see it two ways, makes me scratch my head, and that usually means if I push the button, I'm going the wrong way. Stochastic flirting with the oversold level down there. All right, and here's our pullback up. Is this a break of the bear flag or the bull flag to go long? Or am I going to get suckered into this? I guess we'll see. We'll find out. Probably really a bad trade. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We're right on VWAP, so generally speaking, taking a trade at VWAP is just not advisable. I mean, unless that's your strategy, but generally speaking, right at VWAP is not directional. Especially right now, VWAP is flat. Okay. Yeah, way too much hesitation here. I'm not loving it. Not loving it at all. Yeah, VWAP's at 53, so we are above VWAP, so we'll see. We'll see if price continues to move slower, if it starts to speed up. If it starts to speed up, it's probably going to speed up going down, because that's usually what happens. I'm in long, so the market says, well, let's go down. There we go. Get a push. There it is. How much are we gonna get? How much you got in you? Is this the trade where I'm gonna look back at the end of the day and say, if I'd have put my target way up here, I would have passed the account, would have made thousands of dollars. Life would have been grand. Probably not. There it is. There's the little push. The little market that could. All right, this is the I should have taken profit right there. Oh. I mean, it could pop through there, but if you're being conservative, taking your profit at a high, recent high is highest probability. No, it filled all but one contract. There it goes. All right. Nice little 25-point move there. It took a long time to, 3-4 minutes to play out, but it did play out. So where are we at? Up 4,300 bucks. Full drawdown left. I'd call that pretty good. I'm happy with that. We're going to remember this area here at the end of the day, and we're going to see if, does it go all the way up? Perhaps it will. So I guess just to replay that trade, because we were above, barely, but we did get in long above VWAP, so that's, that's good. That's not the basis for the trade, but it does, that was in our favor. But ultimately, just because we'd taken out these highs, right? So we created a new high. We got this nice kind of smooth pullback. We got a nice reversal candle here in this green candle, strong up close. And so basically jumping on the recent trend after a small pullback got us that gain. So that was the logic there. It gets tricky when you get conflicting information. Generally speaking, this red line here I would be looking at as kind of a wall. However, you can see we've bounced into it several times, and here we actually closed above it. So the line is losing its strength, and it's not going to hold forever. So that was the thought process. Good, bad, or otherwise, that's what it was. I guess we got a little bit lucky because now here we are pulling right back. So is this another bull flag? Don't know. See what it does here. The fact that it's only barely taking out these highs as it goes. We haven't got any kind of a push up, right? We were just creating very small higher highs, small pullback, smaller higher high, small pullback, small higher high, little pullback. So, I mean, it could continue to do that and chop up. I think one thing that's important is you just recognize what the market is doing and don't expect it to do more than it's doing, right? I mean, this could potentially be an entry right here, but you wouldn't, I don't think at least, it would be wise to anticipate that this, you know, just goes and goes and goes from this point. It could, but all we know is what it's been doing before, right? So until it changes its behavior, we won't know. So just take what it gives you. And I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Got in late, I should have. Not the greatest entry there, but. And I am only going to go probably to here. $13 points, so 260 times 5, so another $1,200-$1,300 of risk right here. I mean, I guess the risk reward isn't great based on where I have my target at 9.5 points, but let's see. Wrong way, NQ, wrong way. Well, that's a good sign. Maybe. Came down, pulled right back up, but it's really just consolidating in here. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no like momentum going one way or the other, so. There it is. Whatever that was, 10 points worth. I don't know. Probably could add my target up a little bit further, but take what it gives us. All right. 52.85. Only $15,000 left to go. Be really nice if it, you know, kind of did something. It's 323. We'll see. Maybe I'll go all in for the murder algo and try and get lucky. It's a really good way to lose an account. But we shall see. Up just over $5,000. 20,000 is our goal. So we still have ways to go. Yeah, I could have left my target up here. Actually, you know what? Let me put should I put my entries on the chart? That's ugly. All right, we're just gonna do the arrows. I can't handle all that. There we go. So we have a 100% win rate so far. I never lose. Famous last words. We took a short here off of this break of this bear flag down. And it was basically break even because we were trying to get greedy. Here we have a bull, kind of bull flag-ish going up. Took a little scalp, got another one, took it. Another scalp, got another one, took it. Scalping our way to victory, we hope. Market is just not really very exciting today. I like to see my lines crossing here. For me, that's a good indication that we might be headed up. So once those cross, if we got a nice little pullback, that would make me happy to see that. And we all know that's what NQ wants to do. It wants to make us happy. No, it doesn't. Actually, NQ wants to crush your dreams. It wants to take everything from you. So the game is, you've got to beat NQ before NQ can beat you. Because NQ is ruthless. NQ doesn't care. NQ survives on a steady diet of retail traders. You know, that's funny. I guess NQ doesn't even know that I exist right now. Trading in an Eval account doesn't really count, does it? But somehow it still knows. Somehow it still knows. We're just on this grind up. All the pullbacks have been really shallow. This was the nicest one here. ES is pushing up, and Q, we're moving up. Oh, we shall see. We're above the opening range, that opening 15-minute range. So we did come, when we came back down into it, that's interesting. Look at this. Let me extend my open range lines because this is kind of interesting. Let's extend them to, what time is it? 3:27. Let's go to 4 p.m. Oops. PM. 4 p.m. Okay. So this purple line, which is also the overnight this blue line down here is the midpoint of the open range. So when it came down from that high way up there, it bounced off the midpoint of the open range twice, boing boing, and then took off. Very interesting. So then each one of these lines, these can see them, just these really kind of faded blue lines. I don't like them to be too in your face, so they're just kind of, they're just in the background in case you want to see them. But those are just 25% increments of the open range. That's all that is. So here's the top of the open range. And you can see they hold. I mean, yeah, let's make them a little darker just for fun. Since the market's not doing anything, let's observe. What do I want to look at? I want to look at where's the opacity of my lines? It's the box. Oh, here it is. Extension line opacity. We're gonna go to 60. There we go. Okay, make them a little darker. But it's interesting how these lines, I mean, again, they're just, there's nothing special about them other than their 25% increments of the open range. So we came up, pushed back out of the open range, sat right on that top line. We came back up. The bodies of the candles held that first 25% level. We pushed up almost to the next one. Failed. Oh, but then we got to it. When we got to it, the bodies respected it. Pulled back down, bounced off of this one, broke through, up. What, we're 2 points away or 1 point away something from that next 25% increment. I don't know. Is that coincidence? I don't know. Probably. But even if you look back here, I mean, it's not like it's perfect, but a lot of that price action happens between. We're pushing up to them, we hold them, we push down to them, we hold them, we're pushing up, we hold it, down, we hold it, up, we hold it. So just, I don't know. Just something I thought was interesting. I just started a new 15-minute candle. Got kind of a long wick on top of that last 15-minute candle, but pretty small ranges. I mean, no, 47 points on a 15-minute candle isn't really much, right? During the open, you get that in a single 1-minute candle. All right, bounced. That is a pretty clear bounce. Now let's see if it holds up here. There it goes. There we go. All right. What do we think? Is it going to continue or do we stop up here? I have a hard time getting long after a big candle like that. But that's just me. I got issues. 31-point candle. So that one candle basically took out the entire wick of our 15-minute candle. So that 1-minute candle took out our entire 15-minute wick. We're gonna push up. Maybe. Well, I would call that a push up for sure. I mean, that was kind of a flag. No, that wasn't a flag. Not sure what the technical definition of a flag is, but that one, I guess it might fit the definition, but it wasn't a very clear flag. I guess we'll put it that way. All right, our next little high is right up here, which also happens to be at this 100% extension of the open range. Right up here. So right back to that level. What was this? The 530? This is the 530 or the 330 macro? Do we miss the 330 macro? Where's it going? All right, that 100% extension was touched. I would love to see a little pullback right here. Probably not gonna do it. Probably just gonna keep going. Can you pull back a little bit for me? I need $15,000 more, NQ. Give me a pullback. I need 15,000 more simulated dollars. My other computer died. All right. Okay. Little more. Little more, little more. Candles are getting a little bit bigger at this point in the day, which is good to see. Maybe we'll get a little more out of things. All right, I like it. Yeah, if we hold here above the 520s, we could keep pushing. Could keep pushing. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a longer stop. I'm gonna be kind of gutsy on this one. How far up do we think it can go? I mean, it's got to go at least to here, right? If it goes to there, hey, it could go there. If it goes there, it could go all the way up to here. What do we think? So it's 5:30. I don't know about that. That is probably very optimistic, but let's see. So that'd be 57 points. That'd be a nice move. Nice move if we can get it. Not liking that too much. All right, we gotta zoom in here a bit. I'm kind of hoping. We know what hope does. Huh. Hoping this little area here can hold it. I don't know though. Well, nobody knows. Guess we'll find out. Actually, if it pulls back here a little bit and then pushes up, I might just add to it. All right, I'm seeing another little flag set up here, so this is either going to stop me out or I'm going to add to it, and it's going to be spectacular. Whenever I add to trades, that's inevitably when things start to go downhill for me, because the risk gets too big. Any drawdown is magnified. I'm pretty optimistic about this one though. Let's add 5 more. Why not? It's a $300,000 account, right? We might as well see if we can get out of it. Thing you really have to be careful of when you start to leverage in too much though is get these little pops and then a pullback, and that can just destroy your trailing drawdown. Before you even know it, you've lost the account. There's nothing more frustrating than losing a $300,000 account with like $7,000 in profit. Very aggravating. All right, we're getting stuck right here. I'll move up my stop just a little bit in case it just wicks down on us. So many wicks up here. Was adding a mistake? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of it. So it'll probably run up there. And we still made a little bit. I think our... Yeah, there. Oh, jeez. So choppy. It's just choppy. P&L just under 6,000. So we're still moving in the right direction. We lost about $1,000 in our trailing drawdown there. So that's not a deal breaker. We can handle that. I just don't like all these wicks right here. That's just... If I'd waited a couple seconds more, I could have got a little bit more out of it, but the problem is at that point you start to get optimistic and say, oh, I should just stay in it, and then I wouldn't have sold, and you know, I don't know, does it come down and stop me out? I guess we'll see. Both ES and NQ kind of getting stuck right here. This is kind of a lot of noise in this area from earlier in the day. And the other reason I kind of jumped out of this right here is because I was watching my little yellow stochastic line, and it was staying pretty flat up until like these last two candles to where it was starting to curve down, and that made me a little bit nervous. So that was the reason that I jumped out. I have a feeling I should have stayed in, but fortunately I cannot get back in at this point. Have to wait for something else to set up. We've got, what time is it? 40? 42? We only got 18 minutes left. Don't think we're going to pass this account today. I mean, it could happen, but it's unlikely. Unless the market starts going somewhere. Man, these just choppy grinds up are just a test of patience. A test of patience. But I mean, it's continuing to go up. It's not really pulling back at all. It's just really, really choppy inside this 15-20 point range right here. Which means whenever it breaks out, it's probably going to pop. All right, here we are in our next 25% extension. Getting a small reaction there. One thing I do not want to do is I do not want to get just kind of this FOMO good thing going on and just buy, because that's my tendency, right? Right now I'd be looking at that saying, you know, we're getting a little bit of a pullback on a candle. Maybe I should just buy that little bit of a pullback. I mean, it could keep going up. The stochastic lines are staying up there above that 80% line, so still very bullish. And there we go. There's a little pop. No, man. Every time it pops up above a new high, it just kind of pulls right back. Pushes up a little bit, pulls. It just these slow grind higher. Coming off a very strong 15-minute candle. I mean, 45. So from here to here, that's our 15-minute candle right there. I mean, that's pretty bullish. All right, we hit this first high right here. Another one right up here. What was that, a 23-point candle? All right, I think I might give this one a shot. This doesn't follow any rules. But I'm thinking when this candle closes, I might just buy the close of this candle. I might just do that. It could pull back a little bit. Might give it a little extra room too, just in case we get a wick down here. And if we break up here, let's get 5 more going. Come on. This is where you need to rip it for me. Let's go. Come on. If we can make something out of this. All right, so we took out that high. We hit an extension level. I want to see if we can get up. I want to see if we can get up there. I might just ride this one out. What do we think? Wait a minute. Nope, wrong way. All right, I'm starting to feel really gutsy right now, which is not a good thing. Oh, I missed it. I was gonna buy the close of that candle. Let's go. Not looking good. It's not looking good. Not looking good. Love how it's just flirting with my like break-even point right there. It's like, what's the significance of that? I created my own level in the market. There we go. There we go. Come on, pop up there. There we go. Well, that was a nice pop. Oh, this is our murder algo. Okay, I'm gonna take it. I lost track of time. Oh, the murder algo did not murder us. The murder algo paid us today. Okay. We got lucky. We got lucky, folks. Up 9,445 in that account on afternoon trading today. And she's still going. She's still going now. I forget where I originally had my target. I think it was like right here somewhere, so it wouldn't have quite got touched. Oh, that 350 candle helped me out. Got lucky. So we're up 9,445 in this account this afternoon on this $300,000 valuation account. Tempted to just call it a day there. Be happy with it. Haven't lost a trade on it, so I mean, 100% win rate, that's unusual. I should probably lock that in and just, walk away and be happy, but it's an evaluation account. You can't do that. Go big or go home. Blow it up or turn it into a PA account. Those are the two options. Just don't tell the Apex people I said that. Right, because they want us to trade very responsibly. Because people who trade very responsibly buy lots of accounts. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. Where are we at here? Still haven't got up to there. I don't know. This could be a situation where we reach up for that daily high. In fact, that would be my guess, but it would be really nice to see a pullback of some kind. I mean, this isn't pulling back. This is just chopping. See, an NQ is starting to reach above all this consolidation from earlier in the day, but ES is not. ES is still right in the middle of it, so... And it's having a hard time getting through it, so I don't know that... I'm not going to get any help from ES, I don't think, in the last 8 minutes of the day, as we watch this probably continue to just grind up. Now, I guess the other alternative is if it fails, it could fail dramatically. See what happens here. I think it's kind of a key spot. If we fell below here, it could fall down to kind of this level here, but if it holds, I gotta think the overnight or this daily high is in play. I mean, that's not that far away. All right, I'm gonna fall for it. We're gonna go big or go home. Go big or go home, live on YouTube for the world to see. Your questionable decision making on display. There it goes. What did I tell ya? Let's go. Let's roll. Come on. Push. 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 All right, 20 contracts is scary. This is a drawdown killer right here. Come on, I need a push. Give me one more push. Oh, was that the push? That wasn't what I meant. You got to push higher than you've already been in Q. Get with the program. There you go. There you go. Push, push, push. I'm not going to lose this account to drawdown, so push or I bail. There we go. There you go. Daily high, daily high. Come on. Come on. You know you want it. You know you want it. You know you want it. Let's go. No. Come on. Come on. We're gonna lose it. We lost it. Ah! That is the worst. That is the worst. If this goes to the overnight high, I'm gonna be so aggravated. So aggravated. How do you lose your account with $8,700 in it still? Account successfully liquidated. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, that's what happens when you go in too heavy. Our P&L is 8,700, but we lost it to trailing drawdown. Our peak was at 317, 756. Leveraged in a little too much. Got a little too excited there. Like, what did it hit here? What is that right there? I don't see anything right there. Am I missing something? Like, what did the market run into? Well, there's a little fair value gap there, I guess, but let's watch this play out, because I think we're going to that high. I think we're going to that high. While we watch that, let's do a hypothetical here. So we were in 5 contracts down here. We bought right here. So if we had just held that up to, I don't know, this level here, it's 180 points. What's 180 points on 5 contracts? Where's my calculator at? So 180 points, 180 times 20. So that's $3,600 a contract times, oh no, that's not right. 180, yeah, it is, times 20. Yeah, 3,600 times 5 contracts. That would have been $18,000. Yeah, so remember earlier when I said, hey, let's remember this level? Well, I guess it was this level here. Okay, let's redo the math on that. Remember that? Because I said, let's watch this, and I'll bet we're going to look back and say, man, if we'd have just held that one. So 150 points, let's call it. So 150 points is $3,000 a contract times 5, $1,500. So that would have been $1,500. If we would have added in here somewhere, it would have got us to where we needed to be versus taking all these other trades. So we definitely read it right all the way up here. I mean, I think we still was right. We were just leveraged in disproportionate to our account size. For me, that's why these $300,000 accounts are so hard. But that's what makes it fun. Should we get another one and try tomorrow? I think we almost have to. All right, watch the market close, and then this thing just runs up there. Watch it. It's getting a little pullback. Maybe not. Market close in 40 seconds. Has to be within 2 to 5 minutes after market close. If that happens 2 to 5 minutes after market close, I'm still right. I mean, how do you take all of that effort to get all the way back up here and not take out the daily high? I don't see that happening. I mean, from here, it was essentially a straight shot. Very choppy, very slow, but very straight. I mean, if we looked at the 5-minute chart, I'll bet these are just like kind of 5-minute candles going all the way up here. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. All right, it is 4 o'clock. Market is closed. That's the bell. But we're going to stick around for another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I want to see if it pushes up there. Doesn't seem like it wants to. But it doesn't not want to. It's not going there. It's just not going anywhere. Nowhere at all. Well, dang, I guess I was wrong. I guess I was wrong. All right, if anybody's watching this, makes it all the way to the end, I want you to give this video a thumbs down because I was wrong. And I'll know you watched it to the end because you gave me a thumbs down. All right, fine. I'm done watching it. This is annoying. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. I think, I don't want to yell. Jeez, seems like loud. I think I'm going to be doing this every day this week. We'll try it out. Spring break was over. Had spring break with the kids the last week and a day. And so I think I did it once last week and that was all I could fit in. Trying to make this a regular thing. Try and pass a $300,000 account in the afternoon trading session. We almost got it done. We almost got it done. I mean, we were within $2,000, $3,000, 2,000. Well, 2250. No, 2244 of getting it done. But I just flew too close to the sun and, well, that is what it is. Lost the account with $8,761 in it. All right, until next time, we'll be here. We'll see you then.